Well, if we go right back to the real beginnings, we can see that Ratana decided to attend what's called the League of Nations. That was the predecessor to the UN. When he went on one of his visits to England to visit King George, he decided to also attend the League of Nations to talk about the Treaty of Waitangi. So from that we can see that Māori have always looked internationally to see how can the international community ensure that we as Māori have rights and that they are protected. Because as we know at home, our rights are often legislated away with, or policies are put in place that discriminate against Māori. So sometimes it's important to attend international meetings to, one, ensure that what New Zealand is saying on our behalf is true and correct, but also just to present another point of view. So Māori over the years, and not many, but a few have decided to engage with the UN. We've had people like Moana Jackson, Pauline Tangiora, we've had Ngānako Minhinnig, Maui Solomon, people like that, and then more recently people like myself, we've had Taki Anaru, Clear Charters, people like that who see value in ensuring that we have some level of representation or some level of presence in the UN system. And at the moment I'm involved in this work. We have Clear Charters, who is currently the Secretariat of a group called the Expert Mechanism on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples, and that's a secretariat that's based in Geneva and the other part of the UN. We have Valmain Tuki. She is one of the expert members of the Permanent Forum on Indigenous Issues that meets yearly here in New York, and she sits on that body as a Pacific expert along with 15 other members. Yes, there's 8 and 8, that's right, 16 members on that body, so she has a role to play there as well. And each part of these, the different bodies that exist in the UN have different mandates. So some address human rights, some address human rights and other things like environment or sustainable development. So there are many issues that the UN tries to address, and there are opportunities for Māori and for Indigenous peoples to be involved in those processes. And so Māori, along with other Indigenous peoples, have chosen in different ways to be involved in this. And sometimes we think it's valuable, other times it seems very frustrating, but I think it's really important that if we're not here, then the governments can do what they want and we will have no recourse. But if we are here and we are present when they're discussing issues that are important to us, then we have a much greater ability to influence outcomes.